A safety mindset is essential when working in the galley. Accidents happen easily. Preventing them is the difficult part. The galley may seem the least likely place for an accident to happen, but no matter what task you are carrying out, you must take care, as your actions could cause harm to yourself or make your crewmates seriously ill.
Make sure that you wash your hands before touching any food, as you never know when your hands could be harbouring food poisoning bacteria. Personal hygiene also means wearing proper clothing, including the correct footwear, to avoid scalding your feet or dropping heavy weights, which can cause serious harm. You must pay extra attention and not be distracted when using cutting tools such as knives. When using sharps for cutting, it is important to keep your fingers bent away from the blade. If you are cut, you must clean the wound immediately. Use a clean bandage. Throw away any food which has been contaminated with blood. Wear finger protection if bandages are worn. Sanitize any equipment which has been contaminated with blood. Colour-coding boards should be used to separate cooked and uncooked foods. This will reduce the risk of contamination. Bacteria will grow quickest in warm surroundings, so good temperature control is essential. Either keep the food hot, keep it cold, or don't keep it at all. Store foods so that they will not move in a seaway. Never leave food out. Store uncooked meats low in the fridge and keep cooked meats high. Don't leave food on the decks as they may get contaminated. Make sure that you have a stock rotation system so that the old stock is used before the new. Throw away any food that is beyond its expiry date and keep an eye out for any spoilage. Cleaning is important to control the spread of bacteria and also insect and animal infestations. When cleaning vents and stores, do not use the same clothes you use for cooking, as they may be contaminated. Cleaning agents can be caustic and can cause harm to the user. They need to be properly stowed. Make sure to use the correct PPE. Read the safety information in relation to the chemicals. Any spills must be dealt with right away to stop injury to yourself and your crewmates. Never leave the cleanup for a more convenient moment. Even with a hungry crew to feed, everything must be done under safe conditions. Keeping the deck dry and safe takes constant effort. Tiles need to be in good condition and kept clean at all times. Ensure the drainage is well maintained and free from blockage. You must have a regular routine for cleaning to avoid build-up of grease and fat in extractor doors and vent systems, as they can cause fires. Fridges and freezers should be defrosted regularly and kept clean and in good condition. Never submerge sharp objects such as knives or scissors. Hidden knives are very dangerous, especially when in the sink. Breakages also need to be dealt with immediately. Dispose of the materials safely, don't let them remain a risk. The captain must take responsibility and ensure that the galley is inspected on a regular basis. Always take the time and effort to cook safely. Good procedures and cleanliness are good practices in every galley. For the health and safety of everyone on board depends on the galley staff doing a good job. Everyone who works in the galley must follow the basic rules of health and hygiene to maintain a safe place to work at all times. Never leave the galley if anything is cooking. An unattended galley is potentially dangerous and needs to be checked regularly. Untrained personnel must not be allowed to operate galley equipment, as they may cause harm to themselves. Secure everything you're working with, as the tug can move unexpectedly. Use guardrails where fitted, especially in any rough weather. If you're in any doubt as to whether you can lift any heavy items, ask for help. It is essential while lifting too. Keep your footing. Never use wet cloths for hot pots and pans, as this will not protect you from the heat, as steam can rise, causing serious burns. Whenever you're cooking, you must always be aware of the risk of fire. Firefighting equipment must always be available for immediate use, and galley staff must be trained how to use it. Always use a fire blanket or the correct type of fire extinguisher. Electrical stoves need care because you cannot see whether they are on or not, so make sure that you switch them off as soon as you finish with them. If electrical galley equipment breaks down, you must switch it off, Put a do not use sign on it. Notify the captain and engineers immediately. Don't try to fix it yourself.
Ask yourself if the way you work is the safest it can be. Always report any injuries, however minor, and report any conditions you believe are hazardous. Keeping your galley clean and tidy is for the benefit of everyone on board. Good procedures and cleanliness are good practices in every galley, as the health and safety of everybody on board depends on the galley staff doing a great job.